Princess Diana's private letters destroy Camilla. King Charles can't hide this anymore. What if I told you that Princess Diana's private letters contain explosive secrets that the royal family would do anything to keep buried? Secrets so shocking they expose Camilla's manipulation of Charles, the emotional torment Diana faced, and the cold, heartless treatment she received from the very family that was supposed to support her. These letters are the key to understanding the real drama behind Diana's marriage, far beyond what the tabloids ever told you. From the heartbreaking truth about Charles' betrayal to how the Queen turned a blind eye to Diana's pain, these letters are filled with shocking revelations that will leave you questioning everything. What was really going on inside the palace? And how much did the royal family truly know about Diana's suffering? If you think you know the whole story, think again, because the truth is far darker and more scandalous than you ever imagined. Number 1. Camilla's manipulation of King Charles. Princess Diana's letters reveal a disturbing insight into how Camilla Parker Bowles manipulated King Charles throughout their marriage. She was not just an affair partner. She played a strategic role in influencing King Charles' emotions and decisions. Princess Diana wrote about how Camilla used guilt and emotional manipulation to keep King Charles tied to her, often creating situations that made him feel indebted to her. Camilla would play on King Charles' insecurities and use her closeness with him to drive a wedge between him and Princess Diana. Princess Diana felt helpless as she watched her husband become increasingly controlled by Camilla. This manipulation didn't just affect King Charles. It also undermined Princess Diana's position in the marriage, making her feel alienated and isolated. In her letters, Princess Diana described how Camilla's influence over King Charles seemed to strengthen over time, leaving Princess Diana struggling to keep her own emotional balance. The emotional toll was immense, and Princess Diana often felt like a spectator in her own marriage, unable to change the dynamic that was slowly destroying it. Number 2. King Charles' emotional abuse. One of the most painful aspects of Princess Diana's letter is her description of the emotional abuse she experienced at the hands of King Charles. In private, Princess Diana spoke about how King Charles showed little to no empathy for her, especially during her battles with depression. Instead of offering support, King Charles was often indifferent or dismissive, making Princess Diana feel like her struggles were unimportant. At one point, she describes how she felt like a ghost in her own marriage, as if King Charles saw her as an obligation rather than a partner. The emotional neglect was compounded by the constant pressure of maintaining the perfect public image, which left Princess Diana feeling even more alone. King Charles' inability or unwillingness to acknowledge her pain left Princess Diana feeling abandoned, and her mental health continued to suffer as a result. Princess Diana's letters made it clear that this lack of support from King Charles was a significant factor in her emotional breakdown and contributed to the breakdown of their marriage. Number 3. Camilla's role in the breakdown of the marriage. In Princess Diana's letters, she makes it clear that Camilla was not just an affair partner, but a key player in the breakdown of her marriage to King Charles. Princess Diana writes about how Camilla actively sought to destabilize her relationship with King Charles, using her long-standing connections with him to undermine Princess Diana's position. Princess Diana felt that Camilla's involvement was not accidental. It was a deliberate effort to push her out of King Charles' life. Over time, Camilla's influence over King Charles grew stronger, and Princess Diana felt that she was losing her husband to another woman. Princess Diana's letters describe how she would often try to repair their relationship, but Camilla's constant presence and emotional manipulation kept pulling King Charles back. This created a toxic cycle in which Princess Diana felt powerless, unable to reclaim her marriage. What's even more shocking is Princess Diana's awareness of Camilla's role in the affair. She wasn't naive. She knew exactly how much power Camilla had over King Charles, and it made her feel helpless and trapped in a marriage she couldn't save. Number 4. King Charles' infidelity. Princess Diana's private letters leave no doubt that King Charles' infidelity with Camilla was a significant part of the destruction of their marriage. Princess Diana describes the emotional devastation she felt when she discovered the affair, feeling utterly betrayed by the man she'd married. She talks about how King Charles' affair with Camilla wasn't just a physical relationship, but an emotional one as well, one that left Princess Diana feeling unimportant and invisible. At one point, Princess Diana even writes about how she felt like a third wheel in her own marriage, with King Charles emotionally distant and preoccupied with Camilla. Despite knowing about the affair, Princess Diana remained committed to trying to make her marriage work, hoping that things would improve. But King Charles refused to end things with Camilla, and Princess Diana's letters show how this created an insurmountable rift between them. The affair not only caused Princess Diana immense personal pain, but also exposed the deep cracks in their marriage that were never repaired. Her letters offer a candid and painful look into the heartbreak that came from knowing her husband was emotionally and physically involved with another woman. Number 5. The Queen's knowledge of the affair. One of the most surprising revelations from Princess Diana's letters is her belief that Queen Elizabeth was aware of King Charles' affair with Camilla, but chose not to act on it. Princess Diana often felt completely abandoned by the royal family during this time, especially by the Queen, who she felt should have supported her. In her letters, Princess Diana writes that the Queen was not only aware of the affair, but had in a way turned a blind eye to it. The lack of intervention from the monarchy left Princess Diana feeling more isolated than ever, as if her pain wasn't worth addressing. Princess Diana's words suggest that the royal family, particularly the Queen, was more concerned with preserving the institution and its image than protecting her or addressing the damage caused by the affair. Princess Diana was frustrated by the Queen's refusal to intervene, especially when she felt that the monarchy had a responsibility to act in her defense. This sense of abandonment by her mother-in-law and the royal family at large contributed to Princess Diana's growing sense of isolation and despair. Number 6. Camillas' disregard for Princess Diana's feelings. In Princess Diana's private letters, she expressed her deep frustration with Camilla's complete disregard for her feelings. Despite knowing that Princess Diana was married to King Charles, Camilla showed little to no concern for the emotional harm she was causing. Princess Diana describes how Camilla seemed to take pleasure in the knowledge that her affair was causing pain, even going as far as to act with open disdain toward Princess Diana. There was no attempt to hide the affair or to respect Princess Diana's position as King Charles' wife. What's particularly striking is Princess Diana's sense of helplessness. She couldn't understand how someone could be so callous. In some of her letters, Princess Diana writes about how Camilla would show up at royal events, acting as if nothing were wrong, as if Princess Diana didn't exist. This blatant disregard for Princess Diana's feelings only added to her isolation, as it became clear that not only was King Charles emotionally detached, but Camilla was determined to make her own presence felt in every part of Princess Diana's life. Number 7. King Charles' lack of remorse. A heartbreaking revelation from Princess Diana's letters is the profound lack of remorse that King Charles displayed for his infidelity. Despite the pain he caused her, Princess Diana describes how King Charles never seemed genuinely sorry for his actions. In fact, Princess Diana often writes about how King Charles refused to acknowledge the gravity of his betrayal, dismissing her feelings and insisting that he had done nothing wrong. His refusal to apologize or take responsibility left Princess Diana feeling deeply hurt and unheard. As she reveals in her letters, King Charles' attitude was one of indifference to her suffering. He seemed to believe that his actions were justified, and when confronted, he would deflect or minimize the harm he caused. This lack of accountability became one of the core issues in their marriage, as Princess Diana felt trapped in a relationship where her pain wasn't even acknowledged. The emotional toll of living with someone who showed no remorse for causing her so much hurt played a significant role in the breakdown of their marriage. Number 8. The impact on the children. Princess Diana's letters also revealed her deep concern for the impact King Charles' affair and the breakdown of their marriage were having on their children, William and Harry. As a mother, Princess Diana was acutely aware of how the instability in their home would affect them, and she often expressed worry about how they would perceive their father's actions in the future. Princess Diana feared that the emotional turmoil between her and King Charles could lead to lasting scars on their children, and she felt a deep responsibility to protect them from the fallout. She wrote about trying to shield William and Harry from the worst of the tensions in their home, but she also acknowledged that they were not immune to the changes taking place around them. Princess Diana's letters reflect her determination to keep the family united for the sake of their children. But at the same time, she could not ignore the toll the affair and the royal family's indifference were taking on her role as a mother. Princess Diana wanted to break free, but she feared the impact it would have on her boys. Number 9. Camilla's influence over King Charles' decisions. Princess Diana's letters suggest that Camilla had far more influence over King Charles than anyone realized. King Charles, according to Princess Diana, not only continued the affair but allowed Camilla to have significant sway over his decisions, both personal and professional. Princess Diana describes how, over time, King Charles' actions and choices seemed to be guided more by Camilla than by his own conscience. From decisions about royal events to matters concerning the children, Princess Diana believed that Camilla had behind-the-scenes influence that overshadowed Princess Diana's own role as his wife. It became increasingly clear to Princess Diana that in King Charles' eyes, Camilla had more power than she did, leaving Princess Diana to feel excluded from key aspects of their lives. The letters reveal that Princess Diana often felt like an outsider in her own marriage, unable to influence decisions that affected her family or her public image. This undermining of Princess Diana's role as a partner in the marriage further fueled the tension between her and King Charles, as it became clear that Camilla's influence would not diminish. Number 10. The royal family's treatment of Princess Diana. Princess Diana's letters offer a candid look at the royal family's treatment of her during the years of her marriage to King Charles. She wrote about feeling completely unsupported by her in-laws, especially during her emotional struggles and the deterioration of her marriage. Despite her increasing isolation, Princess Diana often felt that the royal family's primary concern was the public image of the monarchy, rather than her well-being. She describes how, even as her marriage fell apart, she received little empathy or understanding from family members who were more focused on maintaining appearances than addressing the emotional turmoil she was enduring. Princess Diana's frustration is evident as she reveals how the royal family seemed to expect her to simply endure the pain and continue with her royal duties, despite her personal suffering. Instead of offering comfort, they offered silence. Princess Diana felt trapped in a system that valued the monarchy above the personal needs of its members. Her letters are a powerful testimony to her feelings of abandonment by the very family she married into. Number 11. King Charles' prioritization of Camilla. One of the most painful aspects of Princess Diana's marriage to King Charles, as revealed in her private letters, was how consistently King Charles prioritized Camilla over her and their children. Princess Diana often described how King Charles' emotional and physical loyalty was directed entirely toward Camilla, leaving Princess Diana to feel invisible and secondary. This imbalance became a central issue in their marriage. Even in situations that should have required his attention as a husband and a father, Princess Diana found that King Charles was more concerned with Camilla's needs and desires. Princess Diana noted that King Charles would often cancel family plans or royal engagements to spend time with Camilla, or worse, would simply withdraw emotionally, shutting Princess Diana out completely. This blatant favoritism created a growing distance between the couple. Princess Diana's letters reveal how deeply hurt she was by this consistent pattern of prioritizing Camilla. She felt not only abandoned in her marriage, but also rejected as the mother of their children. King Charles' actions were a continual reminder of his emotional commitment to Camilla, and for Princess Diana, it was an unbearable betrayal. Number 12. The affair's impact on Princess Diana's mental health. The emotional toll of King Charles' affair with Camilla is starkly apparent in Princess Diana's letters, which detail the significant impact on her mental health. As the public scrutiny of her marriage intensified, Princess Diana's emotional state deteriorated. The constant stress of living in a marriage where her husband was emotionally unavailable, coupled with the humiliation of being publicly betrayed, led to severe depression and anxiety. Princess Diana's letters describe long periods of feeling unable to cope with the pain, as well as struggles with insomnia, loss of appetite, and overwhelming sadness. At times, she wrote about feeling as if she were sinking into a dark hole, unable to find any way out. The affair exacerbated her feelings of worthlessness, as she constantly compared herself to Camilla, whom King Charles seemed to favor emotionally and physically. Princess Diana sought therapy and tried to manage her mental health, but the stress of dealing with her marriage and the royal family's lack of support made it an even greater challenge. Her letters give a raw and vulnerable account of how the affair affected her well-being, offering a glimpse into the severe emotional toll that came with being married to someone who had no regard for her emotional needs. Number 13. Camilla's role in the royal family. Princess Diana's letters provide a glimpse into how Camilla Parker Bowles was not only involved with King Charles on a personal level, but also had an undeniable influence within the royal family. Princess Diana often expressed her disbelief at how Camilla seemed to navigate the royal circles with ease, gaining favor with certain family members, including the Queen. While Princess Diana struggled to gain acceptance and empathy from the royal family, Camilla appeared to have a smooth path into their inner workings. Princess Diana's letters describe moments when Camilla was invited to events or involved in discussions that Princess Diana was excluded from, deepening her sense of isolation. Princess Diana felt that Camilla's relationship with King Charles was not merely an affair, but a fixture that the royal family had come to tolerate, even embrace, in a way that sidelined her. She often wondered if the royal family was complicit in allowing Camilla to gain this influence, and whether it was this acceptance that made it all the more painful. Princess Diana's letters hint that Camilla's influence went beyond King Charles, affecting the royal family's dynamics and her position within it. Number 14. The Queen's favoritism towards Camilla. Another painful realization that Princess Diana expressed in